2 months.
I am ready.
Whoop, whoop.
I am ready. Also, why is it gray? It's so gray. That's us. That was you. It's gray. I appreciate that because white would have killed my eyes.
5 months but didn't learn a single thing, already lying in the first paragraph.
Really? Let's see. Hi everyone. It's been over 5 months. Dude, time is passing so fucking fast. Also, she waited 5 months, not 6. 6 would have been perfect. Since everything that happened, I have never been good with words, and I'm especially bad at verbalizing my feelings. Therefore, I wrote 1,000 fucking pages long document. Same girl. Same. I have always hid my insecurities, and it's hard for me to open up about things, even to the people closest to me, who are not really close because I alienated every fucking person imaginable. But it's alright. It was nearly 2 a.m. for me on April 23rd. Oh my god, it really actually starts like a novel. It was nearly 2 a.m. for me on April 26th when Nonetheless and Bao posted their documents together after I finished streaming earlier in the night. I was awake for almost 48 hours by the time I posted my apology. Looking back at it, no, it wasn't good. I was not in the state of mind when it was written. I was blindsided by any of this coming out and the accusations made against me. No one involved trying contacting me privately beforehand. I was unable to eat, sleep, or do anything else but watch more documents and statements be released while everything fell apart. I didn't have Red. Wait, where was Red? I'm sorry, aren't they like together or something? I don't know. I didn't have my friends, but I had the weight of the entire internet waiting to see what I was going to say. She kicked him out. She kicked him out? Wait, I'm not there yet. Wait, no spoilers. No spoilers. I didn't have access to search for all evidence to defend myself with a growing list of allegations, and I didn't have time to put it all together cohesively. Anyways, I was petrified. How could I possibly respond correctly to a coordinated effort like this in the state I was without just blindly accepting fault for all the things I didn't do or never do happen? Can I get 2 vine booms? I really need 2 vine booms, please. I rushed to get something out, defend myself the best I could in the heat of the moment, and post it just so I could rest. No matter what I would end up saying, it would never have been good enough. It took me a long time to mentally recover. Oh my god. It took her, bless her heart, 5 months to recover, and she puts out this document. She's never gonna financially recover from this. There is no way that the internet actually said it, that yes, actually, this is a really good document. Thank you for all sharing this with us. Oh my goodness. There is no fucking way. I couldn't look at anything Sinder related without breaking down. All of my fans that looked up for me were led to believe I was evil and encouraged to destroy or donate my merch. Almost everyone I knew or cared about turned on me an instant, and anyone who's ever had anything to say about me did. I had only one. No, you're king! This is very dramatic. I had only one of my close friends message me after everything was out there, so I stepped away from the internet. I reconnected with Red and we worked things out between ourselves. Wait, I feel like I missed a chapter. So did they just the Google Doc dropped and they suddenly fell apart and then they went back? I feel like I missed the chapter 0. When we were both ready to, he helped me with the long process of making this document. I didn't say almost anything else to anyone sooner, privately or publicly, because no one would believe me until I had absolutely everything put together to post all at once in one place. She fired him. Okay, but sure. Let's roll with that. I have been made out to be two-faced, greedy, jealous, psychopathic, narcissistic, who's maliciously used, stalked, sabotaged, and betrayed those closest to me. And anyone around me, dude, this would be such a good smut. If this ends with like a threesome of Bao and Shy Lily, and it's like a enemies to lovers trope, I can make it. I'm just saying. Listen. There's 1,000 pages worth of material. I can work with it. Sorry, my mind is in the gutter. For my own gain for years, manipulating my way to the top like some kind of evil mastermind. You were lied to. There are things I have done wrong, but this. I'm sorry. It's just like, you were lied to. I am not smart. I am not a mastermind. I am just stupid and evil. Oh, that's such a horrible way to phrase the sentences. Oh, God. There are things I have done wrong, but this image of me could not be further from reality. This was a complete public assassination of my character over here. What were lies and assumptions followed by my cancellation and disappearance, with my accusers profiting from it. I'm trying to think, but I don't think there was any profiting out of it. Like, what, like the temporary, like, view gain that people were more nosy and they chimed into stream? No. I
read the whole thing against my better judgment.
Oh, my
you
condolences.
You shouldn't need 1,000 pages to say, lol. It was all just a big misunderstanding, guys.
Yeah? Well, we will see. We will see. Wait. If I was really an awful person I was made out to be in this document wouldn't exist. Okay? Solid logic. I wouldn't have any way to refute claims. I can't wait to see how she's refuting the claims, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I always love to hear out both sides of the story, because I'm fairly certain that as much you want to be transparent, it's not always possible to represent all the sides perfectly, right? So I'm actually really curious to see how it is. Lots of screenshots. I can't wait for the speculations. I believe. I could have just continued streaming and profited off of the drama, which I think it wouldn't have been that bad of an idea, honestly. And over 30 million views this situation garnered. I could have let everyone forget about this and come back like nothing, but why did you not do that, girl? Why would you not do that? But it's not true, and I couldn't allow myself to move on without making things right. That's such a woman thing to do. Okay, can I just point out this is the most women fucking thing to do? Instead of just moving on and not ruining your entire life, you have to be the person who is like, says the last word. It's like having an argument with my mother. I know I'm right, but she still says something snarkily before she leaves the fucking room. And it's like, ha, I won. Bro, just move on. Okay, but Pirate Software. Yeah, but like, look at Pirate Software. He's not happy inside either. Oh, everything that's come out and the theories that, or the stories that followed have been blown way out of proportion and turned into crazy conspiracies. Both Red and I have done wrong, and all of that will be addressed here. But the story everyone was told was not reality of what happened. Every single person I have ever interacted with in the past 5 years, even closest to me, and every single interaction with them would have been fake, for the story told about me to be true. Oh shit, here comes the name dropping. I believe that there were 2 people responsible. I don't know why my voice broke. I'm sorry, I'm going through puberty. With a third person merely having an axe to grind against someone they never liked. Nonetheless, lied about, overwhelmingly about what happened between her and Red. Sat back, played everyone, including my friends. Shyly lied about me from the start, orchestrated things behind the scene and manipulated the public to their side. Silverware, interesting. Silverware took opportunity to lie all about our interactions together, making things even worse for me. They had the most to gain from my cancellations, including their own satisfaction. Your Honor, I would like to submit this evidence to the people. This is speculation, Your Honor. There is no proof that anyone was satisfactory. This is speculation, Your Honor. I'm sorry. None of them could take accountability for their own actions and pushed it all onto me instead. The only two people that could disprove their lies were just made into lying manipulators and wiped off the internet. Aside from labeled speculation, everything presented in this document is true to the best of mine and Red's knowledge. I have nothing to hide, and there is... I just remembered something that I can't say, but... Okay. And there isn't a reason to hide anything anymore. The bulk was shown in here over the past 2 years. Keep in mind that no matter who you are, opinions, thoughts, and feelings can change a lot over a long period of time, for better or worse. I went back and forth on a lot of things to put in here, asking myself I should leave them out for people I still care for or keep them in for my own sake. Oh no, girl. Oh, the burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. Oh, that's so Lacrange. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, can I just say, whenever they end it with an inspirational quote, that's never good. Oh, that is so not good. Listen, this is just a summary about what's going to happen. So if you guys want to read it, feel free. It's on Sinder's Twitter. It's a beautiful document. I would like to start into the chapters because we have quite a few chapters apparently. Yeah, this is the opening paragraph, and there is just so much more. Redacted. Red helped me to put this entire document together. We want to be upfront and honest that this was two-person effort. His own commentary is present through, and it's labeled as his, highlighted in blue. Come, really? His name is redacted with red and you highlight it with blue? Really? Come on. Come on. I know that this is the autism speaking out of me, but come on. Can we just point out the real problems here? That is criminal, gentlemen. Hello, I'm Red. Hi, Red. I'm Sinder's longtime partner. Ooh, so it is out in the open, huh? And have worked alongside her since she started a career. I helped her put this document together to set the record straight. Over the past few months, I have had to come to terms with being the reason why Sinder's image, her relationships, and her career were all ruined. I hurt people. Okay, I wanna state it here. I don't think it's fair to pin everything on Red. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's a genius move to point everything and just say that she didn't do anything and he was the bad guy. I just don't think it's honest, perhaps. But listen, we do stand a king who is letting their queen step on them, okay? Like, that's very honorable, I suppose. But still, okay, yeah, I hurt people who were our friends. I fucked up and she had to answer to the world for it by herself. My actions ruined everything for her and I'm taking responsibility and helping her pick up the pieces. I didn't want to put out something sooner without her that could have made things worse. I ask you, don't hold what I did against her. Now, here is my pickle with this. Since you have been Sinder's longtime partner, according to your words, that means that's not just like, oh, you have been hired, employed, right? That means you have been living with this girl for like quite a long time. And as much as you are your own person, it's impossible not to share things between you and your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever you want to label it, yeah? Because you cannot just be like, oh, we have been together for half a decade, but also I don't fucking know about anything and she doesn't know fucking anything. You know? So I'm not sure if I accept this, but let's read. Red and I are still together. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy. Please don't let your relationship get ruined by just like some fucking internet drama. Okay? Like, real life is more important. So good for you. We had a falling out and spent time apart after the documents dropped on April 26. But he was still here for me when I was ready to talk to him. I'm sorry, that poor guy. Was he literally just like shoved out of the house? It like the drama drops, Red, get the fuck out of here. And Red was like, I am standing in the rain and it's very cold outside. Cinder, please let me back in. Please. Winter is coming. Please. That's exactly what happened. He became like the master girl at the side of the road. It's like, please, could you just buy a little mastic? It's really cold outside. I'm so sorry. We were able to work things out between us and forgive each other for what happened. I wasn't planning to say anything about this again publicly, but I felt the need to. Years ago, I cheated on Red. Oh. Damn. I think I would have leave out this chapter. Like, even if it happened, it's just like... Okay. Years ago, I cheated on Red Online for my own selfish reasons, and the things I said about him were out of my own frustrations and past experiences. I made things sound much worse than they were at the time and mischaracterized the person he is. Dude, Red is vibbed. This guy went through so much shit. He got cheated on, he got kicked out, and he's still there. My queen, I still love you. Man. And he didn't even get the red color to write. Justice for Red? Question mark? That's going to be the new slogan or something. Red already knew that this happened way before it was made public in April, and no one else was ever told about it before then either. I'm gonna be honest with you, when I read about the chapter, the Google Docu about the cheating, I think that was too personal. I think it's fair to say whatever happens publicly with public figures, but this is such someone's personal life. I don't think that they should have dropped it. I think that was a little bit too much. But, and also I wouldn't have addressed it. I would just like fucking skip this entire part. Yeah, it was too intimate, you know? It was just like too personal. We addressed both of our problems in our relationship and moved past it a long time ago. It had nothing to do with my career or current events, and it isn't relevant to talk about it further. We disagree, we get mad at each other, we argue, but our relationship isn't toxic or abusive in any way. That's good. That's good. I would appreciate it if the speculation around it would stop. Fair enough. I have nothing to say. Other than poor Red didn't get the color red. I am still mad about it. Red and I have always had some level of communication problems, even with each other. Neither of us are good communicators beyond surface level. That's kind of funny to say considering she's a streamer. Like, the entire streaming career is wrapped around communications and just like talking and yapping, but she is suddenly emotionally stunted when it comes to talk to her boyfriend. It's hard to open up, and we get in our own heads about things. We butt heads and disagree with each other sometimes, and even more so working together every day. It's gotten so much better over the years, but it's never been perfect. Bro, this is so personal. This is so personal. Why would you put this out there? No one cares about this. Like, no one tried to cancel you because you cheated on your boyfriend. Like, that wasn't at all the issue. This is just filler. This is like fluff. This is like, you see, we are just people. We are just mortal humans and we just bicker because that's what life is, you know? So the idea of anyone in any relationship would know about and agree with everything their partner feels, says, I see now. Okay. This was a build-up. I see it now. This is not about humanizing them. It's to make sure that, hey, my relationship is so surface level and I am unable to communicate with my partner who I've been dating for so many years, that just because he's a cunt in DMs with someone, it doesn't mean I am a cunt. I do not know anything about this. This was him, not me. I don't know. Okay, that makes sense. I was questioning the logic, but now I understand. Okay. I am not the only one who's ever had a significant other keep secrets from them, and neither is Red. Every relationship is different, has its own nuances, dynamics, and problems, functioning in a way only two people involved know of and fully understand. No one looking in can say otherwise. Because I cheated on Red, should I assume that everyone's significant other has cheated on... What are you talking about, girl? What is this? What is this aimless yap? What the fuck? Should I assume that all of my friends' relationship is... No, just because you cheat on your boyfriend, it doesn't mean everyone wants to cock their boyfriend. But what? What is this? No. And for me to claim I know exactly how things work between them... No, but there is a difference between cheating on your boyfriend and having day-to-day conversations about a business you two run together. I feel like the two examples are not quite the same. Am I crazy for thinking that? When I became Sinder, we wanted to keep our relationship private. In public, Red was simply my manager, and we hid our relationship from friends for over a year during multiple trips. We agreed that I would tell my closest friends about our relationship in March 2024, because we felt we were close enough and trusted them enough to tell them. When we traveled, my friends... Okay, I want to point out that it wasn't... Despite Sinder wronging many people who is going to be mentioned in this, it wasn't any of these people who told about the relationship. It was like a random girl who knew Sinder before she became Sinder that, oh, I remember when you came to an anime convention and it was with your boyfriend. And then suddenly the boyfriend became a manager. So I'm not even sure what's the point of... This is almost like a shade, except Lily and Bao and Nano, like they have done nothing. They did not speak about it at all, despite them knowing it since like 2024, right? Showing each other our work DMs on our phone almost all the time from the chats we were both in, instead of talking about things out loud to keep up with our projects while away and to keep them private between us. It's easier to say, look at this, to keep each other on the same page, rather than have verbal conversation while we are around other people at almost all times while away. What they saw at conventions or vacations was all they saw. Only Red and I would have an idea how we worked together and acted around each other when at home. Okay. Lads, is it crazy to assume that if you're dating someone, then you have conversations discussing daily life, something that affects your monetary gains and whatnot? Especially if you're... You know, you work together on the same project. Is it crazy to assume that perhaps you guys are on the same side running a business? Yeah, but people can work in a dysfunctional manner. Maybe not this diff. Man, don't talk. But, like, listen, this is Sinder's business. So, like, let's say hypothetically everything that Sinder says is true. That Red just did whatever he did and he just screwed Sinder over and now her cheeks are getting clapped by the public, right? Would you hypothetically forgive and stay with that person who knowingly perhaps destroyed your entire career? Would you continue to date them and move in together and whatnot? Right? Because I don't know if I'm toxic and I'm petty enough, but I feel like that I would hold so much grudge screwing me over that I'm not sure if I would be able to forgive. So it's either that she's a much more generous person than I am, and she loves him so much that she went over and beyond to forgive him, or maybe they talked more than what she's willing to let on. You know? I don't know. I'm just, speculation stream. I'm also just putting them out there. I live with Red and his family from the summer 22 to the end of February 25. I have never outright... Why personal chapter? Hello? Girl, don't dox yourself. It's not worth it. We wanted to keep at least part of our personal lives private from everyone, even telling some people we lived apart. On stream, I have always said I live with my family, friends, and streamed in a basement. The basement part is true. It's where I spent the majority of my time, and it's where I worked and streamed from. My career started here from 2021 with my ASMR. Red was the one with the PC, mic, and experience with content creation since it's been his hobby. I would go there more and more until I moved when I became a full-time streamer. For most of my earliest streams with the PNG model, Red would be in the room with me, modding a laptop and making sure things would run smoothly. He was there as my tech support since at the time I could barely play games, let alone understand how to use and fix OBS if something went wrong. We built my own PC and I stopped needing him by my side by the time I debuted my first model in June 2022. He moved his PC into his own room and worked from there since. Bro, streaming while someone is breathing through your shoulders? I would become fucking schizophrenic. Oh my fucking god. That's like horror. Yeah, just like, Sinder, my love, are you doing well? Yeah, I'm just licking the microphone, Red, go away. Just like, blah, 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 blah. Jesus Christ. Starting sometime last year, my stream kept getting disconnected and we couldn't figure out why. This was going on for a few months and no matter what we did, it kept happening. We thought there could be something wrong with the internet there that we couldn't fix. So as a last resort, my parents and I made space for me to move back in with them with my entire stream set up in February. We were able to fix the problem. Dude, this is just stuffing. This is filling. The reason why I'm really revealing all of this, because we could have easily gone through each other's DM whenever we wanted in those 3 years, but we didn't. But that's not how it works. Like, I'm not saying that if you're dating someone, you don't go through the DMs. But like, let's say that Sinder wants to commission Nano, and Red is taking care of it like a manager. Doesn't Red have to fucking say what happened in the conversation? Like, hey, Nano said X and Y. Oh, I'm sorry. That this and this happened. Like, what? The Nano section is what? Is it? Oh my god. We did all the time, but we didn't come through each other's DMs at the end of every day. We may have said, I don't know anyone who would say that it's a normal thing to do. We would just tell each other things that happen, and that was that. I never felt the need to look over his shoulder and check anything. We trusted each other, and he's always had my best interest in mind. Girl, now he either sabotaged you and fucked you over with your friends, or he had your best interest in mind. We gotta pick a side. Working together. I'm choosing to have Red continue. Gentlemen, if you would be in a situation where you are the streamer and your girlfriend is helping you, and your girlfriend does a big fucky wucky that apparently you had no fucking idea about, and she ruins your fucking career, and you still decide to stay with her, would you still continue to work with her as a manager? Just wait. I'm just saying, you cannot tell me that this was all Red's fault and we hate Red. Well, don't hate him, but we blame him, right? But also, not only you're continuing to dating him, but you're working with him. Because that's just mentally insane. Because if that's true, and you really knew nothing about it, then you're just self-sabotaging and there is something abusive about this relationship. There is some brainwashing. There is some mind break somewhere here. So even if the manager or what I'm sending all the DMs, vice versa, if I was a manager, I actually believe that she probably didn't see the DMs. That's fair. Like, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't fucking like to read. If I would have a manager, I wouldn't want the manager to send shit to me because I'm not going to read it. As long as the issue gets handled, what the fuck do I care, right? But like, if there is really something fucky-wucky, then I wouldn't work with that person. Because why the fuck would I trust that person again? He will be doing most of what he did for me before, but he will not be doing any work-related communication for me in any channels I am not also part of. I have Discord. I now have access to his Discord account to check on things myself if I need to. It's clear to me that he learned his own lesson from what had happened. Did he though? Bro, he was actually standing in the rain at the corner, just like, Sinder, I'm so sorry. Please, can I have at least an umbrella? It's really cold here. My nippers are getting perky. Sinder, please let me back in. It's really cold. I'm going to get tuberculosis. Sinder, please. I have learned my lesson. Please let me back in. I'm begging you. Please. This is the only fucking way I can imagine that she forgave him. If he wasn't sitting out in the rain, I don't fucking know, man. It must have been. It must have been. He made mistakes, I forgave him. I wouldn't be here I am without him, and he's just as much part of Sinder as I am. I'm sorry. The first thing I was thinking about that all those pyropops who rubbed one out for Sinder, they rubbed one out for Red via proxy as well. Because that too is one. Good for him. Good for him. I'm happy for that. That's very, very good. Skip, please. All the pyropops are like sweating in chat. It's like, chat, is it gay to rub one out for Sinder? Oh my god. No, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. He wasn't just a manager that handled some messages, and he had a part in a lot of things that I did. He has always been main creative mind behind my debuts and other releases, even with how involved he was. Red is still his own person with his own ideas, his own opinions, his own feelings towards people. Oh my god. Oh, he has his own thoughts too? What? What? Is that even allowed? Chat, is it allowed for men to have their own ambition in the Big 25? What? Is that in the budget? Can someone check the budget for me real quick? What the fuck? Working under the same brand as me. We worked together on almost everything, but we didn't agree on everything. Well, I would like to say that if you're running a business with someone and you don't agree on anything and you're the face of it, then maybe it's a shit business. Maybe, like, I understand that you on person-to-person level, like in a relationship, you don't agree on everything. But on a business level, you should be on the fucking same side, buddy. I'm sorry. There have been business or creative decisions we would argue back and forth, sometimes taking days to read. Yes, but you see what this means? It means that they talked about it, they argued about it, and then they were on the same side. So you cannot say that you weren't always on the same side because you were. The compromise is right here. Red didn't always consult me before. Then don't fucking take him back. Then don't work with him. Because then he's not a... Imagine having a person who works under you and just constantly fucks up your business because he's unwilling to follow your orders. That's a shit employee. What are we talking about? He didn't always consult me before making his own choices in his messages with our partners. A lot of time I agreed with what he did or said it was fine, but sometimes I didn't. And we either compromised or I had him walk back what he said. Red didn't tell me about every single interaction. This just sounds like that. Blah, blah, blah. He had people work with him. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't expect him to. I trusted him. There was never a reason him to not tell me something important. That was until we disagreed about one of my friends' bow. Dun dun dun. At the start of this year, we moved a lot of our work-related conversation with various artists into a project server so everything could be organized into one place. I could be included in discussions and the decision-making where I needed to be and would be able to see everything being said without having to rely on Red to relay every detail of the things he was handling. This was for organization, convenience, and so I could interact with every person working me directly. However, this didn't mean Red didn't still use DMs to do business or talk people we were working with. Besides the allegations in Nano's document. What is the Nano? Okay, it's 2 chapters away. We have both worked with a dozen of people who I believe would say their experience working with us was nothing but positive. Speculation, Your Honor, we don't have those people. Like I said in my apology, there were things Red didn't tell me about or hid from me and did without me knowing in his DMs. Okay, so Red's inclusion of Bao and Cotton in his exclusivity deal with Nano. I'm trying to think, do I believe this? I'm leaning more. The thing is that something as an exclusivity deal sounds so fucking important in my head that I just don't believe that it wouldn't come on. Okay. Red telling artist number 1 Bao was someone he considered competition while discussing exclusivity on the same day as his deal with Nano. Red's conversation with Nano about Shy Lily. Red's conversation with mod number 1 about Silverville through 24 and 25. Red asking artist number 2 about not working with Silverville. Red's conversation about artist number 1. I can see these. I don't believe this one. I don't know why. I feel like that if it's something you want to push an exclusivity deal onto someone, you would tell about everything. Like, this is just like, sure, it's just like fucking chit-chat. I don't expect that, but... The names of Artist 1 and 2 and Mod 1 are hidden to protect privacy since they weren't directly involved in everything that happened in April. They will be reintroduced later. Oh god. So it starts by 2023. Like I said, I love the little quoting. In regards to Nonetheless, for the majority of the time working with her, Red was the one almost solely doing communication about new plans and negotiations through his private DMs. Oh, curious, but was Beep the only new client you took in for this year? Got another one, but it's done already. Oh, cool. It seems like a lot of new people want to work with you. Yeah, I kind of feel it too. By the way, you said you wanted to leave the Ducky and Booba later. It's okay if you want to commission someone else. I don't want to delay your plans. But if you're fine waiting, I'm more than happy to work on it. Oh, that's okay. We are fine with moving things around. It's only really Sinder if you draw it. Other things going on preventing us from doing it for Valentine's like we wanted to. So we have to move it anyways. Plus focusing on 2.0 the demon and 2 starting screen artworks done more priority to. Goddamn means a lot to me. Hearts. Blue heart! Oh my god, that's why he got the blue. Because he used blue hearts. Red is a traitor. I don't know how I feel about it. Later that day was the first time Red brought up Spite to Nano. Red asked Nano not to work with Spite and she gladly agreed not to. Okay, let's see. Hey, kind of a weird question. Would it be okay if we requested you don't work with someone? You mean like being exclusive? No, like not accept commission from one person. Oh, who is it? Spite. Oh damn, I almost said something like when Sinder X Spite. Ever since Cinder debuted, we have seen her slowly implement new design details onto herself. Wasn't Spite's design earlier than Cinder's though? The original? I feel like there was a chapter about it. I feel like I remember that. Okay. This is such a small-minded girl behavior. Dude, if every time... Imagine if Shy Lily would have done this to every single people who started to copy her. Let's be honest, there is not one, but not even two, but maybe not even three people all around in the VTuber industry who had copied Shy Lily's design. Because... Can you imagine if she would have just gone around, just like tried to talk behind people and it's just like, you're not allowed to work with her. You're also not allowed to work with her. Elementary playground behavior, right? New design details onto herself seem like she might have taken them from Cinder, including her now flaming ears she never had. And we think it's because she was the Hellhound until Cinder showed up. But also, some of the Spites community has been rude to Cinder's chat or on YouTube comments on other people's clips on Cinder. I have noticed her being friendly towards you, possibly with the intention of working with you. I just wanted to ask if you're okay with being Von Hellhound exclusive. Of course, I protect my bebe. But I also noticed the flame additions. It's a shame people that can't educate their community. I don't think... I'm gonna be honest with you. There will be always overlaps. Unfortunately, human creativity will only go so far. And you get inspired by other people and there will be overlaps. Listen, if Spite's community was shit to Cinder, sure. I kind of can't really see that. Like, why would Spite's community go after Cinder? But like, it was. Okay, if it was, then, you know, shame on the community, right? That has nothing to do with anyone. I'm sure that Spite wasn't telling them that, hey, go and write something hateful on their Cinder thingy. If she was, then shame on her, but I don't think she would do that, right? So, we will see. So, anyways, so since Nano already worked with Cinder, she agreed to only work for Cinder. Thank you, Nana. But I want to point out that here Spite is being presented as a bad person. And you can't expect every artist to go and, like, find it out, right? Like, you're not going to do your fucking research on people, whether this is a good person or a bad person or whatever. At the end of the day, your job is to draw something, not to judge their morals. So, whatever. Thank you, Nano. I feel really bad for asking you something like this. I really appreciate it, Dido. I would have made a charge. I would have charged for it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do it for 25% more. Just a little bit of more coin. That's what I would have done. It's okay. There's no place for rude people. Mama Nano bust, Mama protect. Okay, that's kind of cute. They were protecting each other. But then I tell Nano, I just wanted to ask if you're being Von Hellhound exclusive, and I feel really bad for asking you. Okay. Proof that Cinder never talked about Spite? I can believe it. I can believe it. It seems like Cinder is not like the let's talk about personal shit and let's gossip kind of person. I can totally see it that they didn't talk about it. Red seems to be a little bit more nosy. So I believe it. As an example of the relationship Red had with Nano and how they would talk with each other, Nano told Red she wants to make my winter outfit after Red messaged her about a few days early on. Okay. Were you interested in designing Cinder's winter outfit? Wanted to ask in case we find someone else to design it. Did I agree on doing Cinder winter? Because I do. I just don't remember if I replied. You did not reply. I do want to. Oh my gosh, you do? I do. I gotta talk to some people to change some things around. Oh my god. Wait, if you already got someone, no need to change. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, fuck you then. Yeah, you can do it if you want. I don't want to anymore. What is this? What the fuck am I reading? You wanna do it? Oh, I have to shuffle things. Wait, you did? No, I haven't. Fuck you. Okay, fair enough. Just kidding. I love Sinder, but fuck you. Fair enough. Touche. Red asked about Nano's other works for us to plan around with her, and Nano willingly shared. This was normal. Be confident, Nano. It's not in my nature. If you expect low, anything is a win. Well, I'm glad it's been going good for you. What does your art schedule look like? Demon Cinder, something, and a few cup arts between. Already have something around for June. I think that's it. Let me see what else Cinder had planned to work for you this year. Oh yeah, it would be great to know everything. Also, is it okay to have Cinder arts for Patreon rewards? I don't have much time for Patreon, but they are starving. Okay, Nano told Red she wouldn't be able to meet the deadline for 2 pieces of art she was doing for me. Red was sympathetic, extended the deadlines for her. Nano implied that she has been taking on too many projects. Hey Red, I'm feeling a bit concerned about deadlines for the 2.0 art. What's up? I think it would be better to find someone for the 2.0 starting screen. I didn't know they would be used the same day, but I can work a bit harder to meet the dates if you really want me to work on it. Do you think you would be able to do it by end of April? Do you have Beep and Beep in April too, so mid-May? Oh, I thought it would be earlier. Well, ideally, we would have wanted both arts within the next week or two, but if you can't do that, we're gonna push it back. End of April, Yeah, next 2 weeks would be very pushy, but end of April, May is good. I will let Cinder know. If you can't push it back for the debut, I recommend someone else. Don't want to delay things for you guys. That's very nice and transparent. And there is a waifu cup art for Cinder. I don't know they want you to start on that, but that's another thing to do at some point. Okay, so this is basically about just her being very, very overwhelmed. I might stop taking big commissions for some time and only work on my current contracts. I'm kinda dying. Okay, so that's basically the more important part here. Nano turned down work. Artwork plans were previously discussed for some time off. Eventually, Red told her that we were able to find another artist for those plans. In between, Red praised Nano for her work on another VTuber. Red, we need to talk. Is Joe over there breaking up? Hi Nano, what's up? I think it won't be possible to take Cinder's merch com. I really need some time off from commissions. Okay, I thank you and sorry for this. No worries, you deserve a break. When you're ready to take on comms again, we will have things for you to do if you want. I just need some break, thank you. Okay, thank you. Hey Nano, we found an artist to the ducky and booba mouse bed for Cinder, but for her original design. We will wait for you for the 2.0 and the demon design duckies and mouse pads. We wanted to let you know so you don't feel bad about it. Okay. Hi Nano. Beep was asking me when you will have time to work on the Art for Gamer subscribe. And I said you were a little busy right now. Do you think we would come up with some ideas together when you have a chance? There's no rush. Okay? I think I remember. This was probably the Demon Cup. That was a really good com. I told Nano I was trying to get her the okay for my waifu cup art for stream, so it would be easier for her. And I told her how much it meant for me to have my first waifu cup with her artwork on it. Oh no, this is the very, very, very old one. Oh right, we are still 2023. Jesus Christ. Once you read more, you realize just how bad Nonolex's work ethic is. I don't think it's a bad work ethic. You have to understand that when you're an artist, you're trying to do everything you can to make money out of it. Because art is not something that is easy to juggle, right? As somewhat of an artist, I understand. And then you suddenly pick up work that are more complex than just a singular picture. You pick up like VTuber models that can last to like draw for like weeks. Because it has so many bits and pieces. And then it's like, oh, I want this toggle and that toggle. And could you make me 5,000 other hair implants and whatnot? And then, like, you know, time passes. So it's not... I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Nano is one of the artists who has the best fucking work ethics in the entire industry. So I actually disagree with you. She works really hard, she works really fast, and she's incredibly efficient. So I have worked with people who are absolutely useless and make you wait for fucking months with no communication. But she's actually really, really clear about everything. When I commissioned her for my GamerSubs mousepad, and I had to wait a long time because she had the other project up, but she was very clear and upfront with me. So I disagree with that. No, I hope you are having a good weekend. The starting screen of arts you made for me are so nice. I love them. I've been trying to see if it's okay for you to work on my GamerSubs art on stream to make it easier for you. They might be able to have the art on a big banner for Anime Expo if done soon. I can't wait. Oh shit, the banner. Yeah, letting me work on stream would help a lot. If it's not possible, okay, I manage. I want to make things as easy as possible. And maybe if you don't want stream collabs yet, we can hang out while we work if you want someday. No stream. Oh, I would love to. Like, get used first? Get used first? Maybe we actually hate each other. What? No, don't say that. I could never. Bro, the subtle foreshadowing! The subtle foreshadowing, gentlemen. This was all for the subtle foreshadowing. I'm sure about that, but it would be hilarious. I asked Nano about one of my upcoming model sister debuts when planning my demon debut, like they wouldn't actually accidentally fall on the same day. Nano, do you know when Beep plans debuting the model, just so I can plan around it? Let me check. I believe it was around June 22 and July 2nd. Beep said her debut will be July and August. Can't say exact day yet. Okay, I have been planning mine to be mid-July. I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally have it on the same day as anyone else. Fred asked about Nano's project, about when Sylvie contacted her about her model. I feel like there is a lot of conversation here, but it doesn't really hold any value. Like, these are just idle chit-chat, maybe to show that, yes, we have been working with each other. But it's just random. It's like me talking about, like, I don't know, I scratched my balls yesterday. Yeah, did you sniff it afterwards? Yeah, it was gross. I need a shower. Like, it has that kind of level of value. There is nothing actually that would add to it. Yeah, it's sure. It shows a pattern, of course. But other than that, like, all we know is that Red and Nano likes to yap about shit. Nano is overwhelmed. Sinder talks to her, but mostly about business. Right? I asked Nano about when she made Silver's first model from her because we grew suspicious of it. If it had anything to do with Silver and her debut about a couple months earlier. Nano wasn't well known as the model artist in summer of 2022 and had only done 3 models at that point, including Cinder's. More about this topic in Silver's section of the document. I think Nano was like relatively famous early on. Like, she was always very respected, despite like only doing a few models early in the beginning. Like, maybe not in VTuber terms, but she was a very... Well, listen, as an artist, as like a Patreon person, she was big. Not as an artist for VTubers yet, but she was doing pretty well. So, you know. No, you did such an incredible job for the waifu work. Thank you so much for being the best ever. Thank you so much for the raid today. I'm excited. Sorry I didn't reply. Oh shit, I'm excited, big nervous. I'm gonna tell all my friends to buy. Appreciate, not gonna lie. Shamelessly get all the help I can, of course. Artists, starving, we are always miserable. Red talked to Nano about the situation with my first waifu cup, which led him to revealing our experience with Sylvie over the past 2 years. Spite was mentioned towards the end of their conversation, and it was the last time we ever talked about between them. Before this, I was told Sylvie had her waifu cup with a Nano artwork on it that was already far into production. I was very excited and proud to have my first cup with nano art, and all of a sudden that wasn't going to be the case. Not only that, but if my cup was going to be released after Silver's, I would have been harassed for copying her again. I don't think commissioning the same artist is copying. That's like some female logic. Like gatekeeping an artist is like so petty. Like, what the fuck? The thing is that, yeah, I don't think anyone cares. It's like everyone is happy to see a good artist, like, draw different kind of VTubers. Well, it's branding. Yeah, sure, branding, but you cannot just, like, put a slave contract onto an artist just because their style is good. Shy Lily's dude, I remember Shy Lily's reply. That was so fucking savage. Oh my god. I remember this. I'm not gonna reread it. It was very fucking savage. It was amazing. Shy Lily was a friend. I'm sorry, I'm trying to open something. But I've never been close to her. I wanted to get to know her better because of how she was close to my friends. She's someone I've always looked up to. I saw her as a role model and as of this year, a potential business partner. I wanted to live up to who she's been for the VTuber community and gamer subs now that I held the same title. She was the only one example of a VTuber in that position with me. And set the bar for what gamer subs part owner is and does. I have never been jealous of... I've never been... No. 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 I've never been jealous of her or envious of what she had, and I didn't see her as my competition at any point. Chad, do you believe in this statement? Do you really think that she hasn't been jealous, not even envious, not even just a little bit, not even just for a split second? Yeah? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Since October of 2024, Shiley and I have been messaging back and forth every now and then. And then our DMs led up to interactions before, and during our V-Cards collab you saw in the previous section. From the last half of March, she stopped replying to my messages. It's not odd to get busy and miss messages. And I was guilty of that all the time too with many people, but it was out of the ordinary and was going on for almost a whole month by the time I was cancelled. This was alongside her seemingly dodging collabs we were both part of and off-putting reactions to me raiding her. I became anxious what that was going on in March and April because I viewed her such a high regard. Shy Lily didn't have her own document about me and didn't say anything until after I did. But she was the first one Nano contacted about any of this involved the entire race through. Shy Lily put everyone together to organize, plan, write, and post document. It was her! Shy Lily was the master manipulator. Did you know that actually Shy Lily visited the Cinder's and Red's bed chamber and whispered evil things to Red's ear while he was asleep? Just so that when he wakes up, he would have the earworms in his head about Bo. Because it's true, actually. And her lie-filled reply to my apology was a final nail in my coffin. Her actions shows she clearly had something against me before Nano ever said anything to her. And she couldn't take accountability and admit it until I was already in the ground. So, she was just holding him. So it's definitely that she didn't want to address anything and she didn't want to talk shit. But then she read your apology and she was like, okay, that's it. Gloves up, I'm going fucking in. No. No, it was actually that she was secretly planning this from the shadows all along. Okay. I will show and explain everything I was experiencing with Shiley for the couple of months leading up to what happened, since it's relevant to understand what Red told Nano in their messages. I won't be repeating things that included Lily and the V-Card. Thank God, no repetition. V-Card launch. Red and I were planning my stream for the V-Card launch day and asked Gamersubs about Shiley's exclusive unboxing stream to make sure we weren't stepping on her toes. During my stream on the 31, I didn't start doing anything V-Card related until 3 p.m. out of respect for her. Red then gave... I'm sorry, but let's be real, okay? Let's be for fucking real for a second. It's not that you didn't want to step on her toes. Lily is the bigger streamer and she would have taken your fucking views. That's what happens when a bigger streamer goes to stream and then you launch after it. I'm sorry, but that's just how it works. Everyone fucking knows that. It's not about, oh, I was so nice. I didn't want to step on her toes, you know? It's not like that. I don't know, my... Gamersubs, a list of questions I wrote down for him that my community had asked me about V-Card on my previous streams. I'm sorry, I'm stress eating. Since the questions asked were stated to be from my community, and I wasn't told that this information was confidential and couldn't be shared, I assumed it was okay for me to tell my chat the answers to the questions. This stream... Dude, they are so bad at, like, NDA stuff. I thought I'm being a fucking retard blabbering shit out, but they are actually constantly blabbering out business things. What the hell? This stream was the day before the game's launch day and no info had been released or what was going on and how things should work or what things were priced at. The information I gave made it into the Gamersubs or V-Card subreddit and into Shiley's Discord server, both citing me specifically as a source. Right after my stream ended, Gamersubs sent me an updated info about the pricing. This was the day V-Card launched. Shiley talked about how angry and annoyed she was about the V-Card info leaking early, including incorrect info. She claimed she didn't know who leaked the information, saying, I guess people are just too excited to be the ones spread stuff before me. I mean... Is it bad that V-Card is your baby and someone leaks out an info and you are being frustrated about it? Is it unfair to be upset about it? Even it doesn't matter if it was made on purpose or it wasn't made on purpose. Is it unfair to be upset about it? I don't think so. Like, she's lucky that fucking V-Cards didn't clap her cheeks for it. Of the info I gave out the day before, I was wrong the price by $5, which I was only updated about after my stream ended. The other thing I advertised that I assumed would be the case, but was wrong, was V-Card being available 20 minutes early on the Gamersubs app. All of their drops were consistently like this for a time, but it was only on the V-Card launch day did Red and I found out that this was discontinued. Everything else was correct, but I didn't know. I wasn't supposed to say anything about it. Shiley said that the official sources were the ones with the correct info, meaning herself and the Gamersubs or V-Card Twitter accounts. When someone asked if I was an official source, she said no. I was a part owner now, and I didn't know there was a difference between me and other official sources. I was given the information directly from the source. She thought that she was a big boss, and then it turned out that she wasn't a big boss, and then she was like kind of mad about it. I thought it was okay to make it public and thought I was doing the right thing by answering the questions the community had. My motivation wasn't to be the first to share this info. The community didn't know what was going on just the day before the game launched. And instead of leaving them in the dark, I gave them answers to the questions asked on their behalf. As a new port owner, people were looking to me for answers about VCard, and I thought I was doing the right thing by informing them. I was wrong to do so and made a mistake, and I made sure the correct info I had was wrong. To correct the info that I had wrong on the stream on the launch day. That night, I messaged Shiley to apologize what I did. After what happened Numi 2 nights earlier, I was making an effort to be more open about things. Shiley avoided saying I was the person who was leaking an info or admitting I was the one who she was mad at. I was the only one who could have shared the incorrect price. And, wait, so is she angry because Shiley wasn't angry at her? She is like... It was obvious that it was Sinder. And Shiley was like, oh, don't worry. It's okay. We just had some, like... She doesn't want to have a confrontation. It's like, listen, what's done is done. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. It's fine, right? And she's just like, oh wow, she was avoiding it. She was not even saying that to me. They were citing me as the source. Dude, the paranoia it must be crazy in this household. The insecurities, the crazy paranoia. Holy shit. Shiley knew it was me, sounded pretty mad on stream at the Laker. Excited to be the one to spread stuff before her, but danced around it as she was never mad at me. In the end, she praised me for having the balls to reach out. Okay, but have you considered that maybe it's not about that Shiley was two-faced, but maybe during stream she was angry and then she calmed down, and by the time you reached out to her, she was in a much better mindset and she was like, don't worry about it, dog. Accidents happen. It's fine. Don't sweat it. Nothing bad happened. Because I don't want to be like that. But that happens. People calm down over time. You know? Calm down. You know? Huge fucking respect to reach out. Takes a lot of balls. See? So, I'm gonna be honest with you. I talked to Shiley many times in DM. And she's extremely chill. She's one of the the most... My English is failing me, but she's incredibly easy to talk to. She's the only person other than Filian who is fucking approachable. Like, you can literally say that, Lily, I just shat myself, and she's going to bring up a relatable story. She had never made me feel insecure, bad, negative, anything. She didn't even call me fat, okay? Like, she's a fucking angel. In another conversation with GamerSubs a couple of weeks later, we asked them to clarify to us what is and isn't able to be shared publicly going forward after what happened during the VCard's launch. I was told there was not really a certain source even the launch info was supposed to come from. The very last collab... Oh, I remember this collab. I watched this. The last collab I had with Shiley was a few days after our VCard collab. This was the first time either of us messaged each other since the VCard collab on February 1st. I asked Lily if she wanted to play Split Function with me. It was a long game that we would have been able to bond while... typo. I found a typo. While getting to know each other better. She told me she would pass on that game and that it was fine. Then I asked Numi, who was also unavailable. She told me that Yuzu was interested and I happily played the game with her. The last time Shiley and I spoke was when she reached out to me about disconnecting problems with OBS. Shiley was disconnecting from OBS. My internet broke apart just a few minutes ago. It's dumb. I'm being personally attacked. I am going to hide. It's all connected. Reddy's chewing on my cables. I fucking knew it. Get this man out of here. He's chewing on my internet cables! Magia! After this, there were 2 different repo collabs Shiley and I were supposed to be part of. This was when I thought things started to change between Lily and me. This was the first repo collab. It was originally to be on the 15th, but rescheduled to the 25th. Shiley was supposed to be there, but she decided to cancel last minute due to a bikini bottom collab she was going to have that day. I understood just like anyone else, and this alone wasn't a problem for me. This second collab never happened, but was being planned in the group chat. Shiley was added to the chat, but apparently couldn't make it shortly after. She never messaged in this chat directly before she was removed. These are all the messages in here and never went up to say this. From then, these are the rest of my DMs with Lily. Below I explain other events. I messaged Lily the day after above the collab to what happened with the V-cards rule. I raided Shy Lily. Shy Lily greeted the raiders and didn't say hi to me or say thank for the raid. I didn't see it when it happened, but if you were to watch after another 5 minutes, she basically moved on with her stream. Well, what are you supposed to do? Like write a fucking sonnet for you for raiding? Jesus Christ, girl, I get it that you're a big VTuber and you're very fucking important, but like, what? Is she supposed to give you, like, your balls a tickle? My goodness. She did not announce me, she didn't bow down to me, she didn't give me a complimentary BJ for my generous raid. I can't believe it. I wasn't upset about it since it was just one raid. Nano's document had a link to the inset timestamp. The raid happened in Lily's defense. Dude, now I feel like shit. Whenever I get raided, I just like, oh my god, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good time. And then I move on. Jesus fucking, I'm an asshole. Oh my fucking god, I'm a raging asshole. Yeah, I didn't even suck people's balls. A week later, I still didn't hear about Shy Lily. I messaged her again about playing different game together. I just wanted to hang out because she hadn't been able to make it to the past 2 clubs and we were both supposed to be part of it. And maybe she didn't like the idea about my V-card. She turned me down when I asked about Split Fiction a month earlier, so it's not like she hadn't done that before or couldn't have done that again. She raided again. Can I point out one thing? Sinder has this very strange trait of trying to attach herself to people who are trying to keep a distance between her and them, and she's just not fucking getting the hint. It was the same with like fucking Silverwhale. Like, Sylvie was like, listen, I have nothing against you. I will never talk ill of you. I just don't really want to vibe, like, whatever. And then it's the same with Lily. It's very obvious that something happened with Lily and she wasn't comfortable. She was noping out of collabs. Like, instead of maybe bringing something up, like maybe you could have talked it out if it really, really bothers you. But I have a hot take. No one owes you an explanation. If someone feels uncomfortable with you, it's their God-given right to keep distance between themselves and you, and they don't need to give you an explanation just to make you feel better. That's my hot take. You have the right to want to be separate from someone else. You know? Otherwise, it's just way too toxic. Shy Lily didn't say hi or thank me for the raid like you would expect your friend to do or any streamer to do. She said hi to my raiders but didn't thank them either. She goes on to read one of my chat messages, but this was the second time Shy Lily had an off-putting reaction to me sending my community to her to the past couple of weeks. Coupled with removing herself with collabs. You would think someone would take the hint. But no. I decided to DM her again and bomb what I sent her before. After still not hearing from her, I was convinced I had done something wrong. Have a good stream, Lily, and bumping this in case you missed it. I wasn't expecting an over-the-top reaction from Lily just because I raided. Just a hello and a thanks after the raid, like any other streamer would do, especially from someone who was just a friend, who was a friend. In the past, Sylvie, who Red and I had a problem with me, purposely refused to say my name when I'm telling you, it's like a fucking past is repeating itself. She continually ghosted my messages, and I got a model from Nano at a suspicious time among with other things, which will be all shown in her section. These are specific experiences with someone who we knew didn't like me further, led both Red, and I believe that Shy Lily had a problem with me for some reason. Okay, but then once you reach this conclusion, surely the right thing to do is like, hey Lily, I'm so sorry. I feel like I might have done something wrong. Do you want to talk it out? I didn't mean to fuck up or screw up or something, right? This is what happens. It's like, I don't know what I have done. I want to correct my wrongs. If something like this happened, I didn't mean to. My bad, dog. Yeah? So there's a Lily model. This is April. Was it recently Lily messaged you? Or has it been planned for a while? I don't like it how Red is so nosy. Look at that. How is this not fucking terrifying? So when exactly was he messaging you? February, March, and he puts this like psychopathic smiling thing? What is this? What am I looking at? I asked Nono about Lily and her project just like I would any other time. Nono gave me an information just like she would any other time. I thought that Lily getting a model from Nono could possibly be related of how she was treating Sinder lately. That night I saw Red and... What do you mean that night you saw Red? You should see him every night. What, is the man a fucking vampire? Do you see him only once or twice a week at night? What is he doing? Is he like whoring his body out at the corner? Red, where the fuck are you at? What the fuck? He told me Nano was working on a model for Shy Lily, but didn't say anything about him asking Nani about it, or that he would. I was happy with the idea that Shy Lily and I were going to be model sisters, especially since we were both part owners in the same company. Red thought we might have to consider that we would be competing with Shy Lily. Of course it was Red. Of course. It's always him. With Shy Lily, with the way she was treating me. And the fact that she was working with Nano now, similar to how things were with Silverwhale. I didn't agree. I'm starting to recognize a pattern. Red is always jealous and insecure, and Sinder never agrees. But at the same time, she always ends up doing what Red does. Suspicious. In my mind, Shy Lily and I weren't going to be competing for anything. Okay. Now, this is either the worst fucking lie, or forgive me, or Sinder is just really not smart. I'm sorry, because it's very, very fucking highly obvious that they were competing basically to a very similar audience with like the whole gamer subs thing and everything. I'm sorry. It's like it's obvious to anyone who has an eye. I don't want to say that she's lying, but if she's not lying, she's dumb. And I don't think Sinder is dumb, okay? So I'm in an impasse at this point. And this would be another thing we would have in common, hopefully bring us together. I was only concerned why she would have been upset with me lately. Okay? The next day, Red went back to Nano and asked about Shy Lily again, and tell her that I have been experiencing with her. These are also the rest messages read with Nano and the conversation either of us had with her in our DMs in the project server. I had no knowledge of these conversations until Nano's documents was released later. I didn't share this conversation or the conversation above with Sinder because there wasn't any super meaningful pressing through. So he's just prying, just the model. Asking you for a model recently made the antenna go up again. She's been acting weird towards Sinder lately. We don't know if there's something up. Oh, that's weird. Ever since WeCard was launched. But what you consider weird? Lately, deeping out of collabs, part of the last minute, ghosting her messages. Sinder raided her a couple of times. Lily won't acknowledge her. Just like pretty weird stuff. That's super weird because they both share the same store. Around VCard launch, they were talking and collabing, and I don't know what happened. But her asking you for a model, that was just weird. Is it? Is it really weird to approach one of the biggest VTuber artists? Is it really weird? The person who had been working for like Buff Pop and Snuffy and Iron Mouse and Sinder. Like, is it? Although it was kind of mean to her about using a live 2D item. I don't know. I hate that we keep bringing you into drama. I didn't lie about anything here. Me saying ever since we got launched was because around then the last time I remembered it collabing and talking with each other. Like I said, I remember Lily saying it was too soon to get a new model around the start of last year, but I didn't consider 3 to 4 months past then when I said this. Obviously, Lily changed her mind then. I want to point out that Lily has the right to change her live 2D model anytime she wants to. She doesn't need an explanation to Red or anyone how often she wants to change her life today. If she wants to do a debut and then in a week later she wants to change it again, then it's still up to fucking her. It doesn't fucking matter. This is the only problem I ever said to anyone. Feel like we are going to have to compete with Lily if she's ghosting Sinder. Ooh! Collab feels like, you know what that is? That's a threat. That's a threat. That's not drama. That's threat. Feels like it's what she's saying. If Lily is not going to play nice with us, we are going to have to play dirty. That's what that sentence means. Feels like we will have to compete with Lily. Well, how does Red compete? He goes behind like Sylvie's gamer subs launch just so that they can launch earlier and whatnot. Oh, hell nah. You know? If Lily had a problem with Sinder, at the same time started working with our model artist, then yes, we wouldn't be working together anymore. In my mind, we would be competing with her at the very least. Why did you put out this document? This is an awful, horrible document. Why would you put out this document? This is awful. I feel so fucking bad for Nano. Jesus fucking Christ, that poor girl. Oh my god, poor Lily. Poor everyone. This is an awful. I am dying inside. I am actually losing my marbles. These two dummy dumbos put 1,000-page long document where they are going into high details how shitty of a people they are. I am losing my marbles. Red is going to chew out my internet fucking cables, man. I will not be able to show up tomorrow. If I will have a black eye, you guys will know what happened. Jesus Christ. That's awful. My goodness. If Lily wasn't treating Sinder differently, I wouldn't have had any reason to think the timing Lily's model with Nano was a suspect. And no reason to ask Nano anything when she started on working on Lily's model. I would have felt the same way about it what Sinder did. I can't believe that there was actually a threat. I feel like we're gonna have to compete with Lily if she's ghosting Sinder. What the fuck? What the fuck? I stayed informed with Nano's plans. Dude, you're so nosy. You're like a spy. Because of who she was to us and our brand. It's always been that way. It's never been a problem with her. I said we have to stay competitive as in general sense with an entire VTuber sphere, even when we shouldn't have to. With someone like Lily who we thought was a friend now acting this way. Gee, oh my god, the insecurity, bro. It wasn't either of us who had a problem with Lily or treating her differently for no apparent reason. But can I point out, if it comes so easily to a person that like, if you're not with us, you're against us? Because this is basically that mentality, like, oh, Lily doesn't like us, there is no neutrality. Then there needs to be competition and we are going to stomp on her. That's what this is. It's like you're either sucking up to us and you will collab with us and you will reply to me, or I'm going to do something negative to you. This is an awful document. I don't even know. Were they hoping that people are not going to read it? It's this is actually awful. These are my last messages with Nano. I guess saying anything bad about Lily was a step too far. For her. I don't know why, if she did think I was lying about Lily for some reason. Wait, what did he say? Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember the... Don't go too far in competitiveness. It can get bad. Gotta chill sometimes. Hey, it's not us. It's literally you. Chat, is it being competitive if you decide that you actually don't vibe with a person and you don't wanna collab with them, but otherwise you're completely neutral and you just like being publicly polite but otherwise fine with it? Is it a sign of being attacked? We aren't the ones getting model from another artist of the Gamersup's owner out of the blue and ghosting them and refusing to acknowledge them. This was so passive aggressive. I didn't like that. It's like, also like Nano had been working for Gamersubs for so fucking long. It would be so obvious for her to work with Lily. Me getting Gamerstars to work shift, low, same. At this point, I will always suggest new models since she's pretty old now, but it's your money, your orders. Nano, we are brainstorming new ideas. There are new ideas for a Sinder model. There are no wrong answers. Was this the end of it? Like, is that it? Like, never to be seen again? I still hadn't heard from Lily, so I tried messaging Bosco about my previous DMs. Hey Bosco, I hope you're doing well. Could you pump Lily for me? Yo, I will continue the convo for planning things in a group chat. Also, side note, Lily rarely uses Discord, only really uses it for business meeting and stuff. Okay. Bosco told me Lily rarely uses it, only really uses it for business and stuff, which was weird because until this past week, I didn't have any problem getting a hold of her. They are just really not understanding when someone politely tells them something, right? It's like they have to tell her that Lily cannot come to the phone right now because she doesn't want to talk to you, you know? Yeah, they don't really like the answer no, because as soon as you would say something like that, then they become the victim, right? Like, it's like, why? I was so nice. Why? So that's actually scary, man. The messages below were the same in the group chat with us and Shiley. I was doing fine with not doing anything together, and I just wanted to hear from her since I had no idea what was wrong. Nothing else was said. Bosco told me that Shiley would be very occupied in the coming months because of trips somewhere, implying I shouldn't expect to plan something. This was my last message to Lily, 5 days before anyone posted their documents. I tried to talk to her about whatever was going on and clear up the things between us. Lily never responded, even after praising me in the past for having the balls to reach out to her. Hey Lily, everything is okay. I know I haven't been I've been told you aren't the best with messages. I get we are both super busy with the things all the time, but I kind of feel like I upset you in some way and I wanted to ask you directly. Oh shit, we finished the chapter. This was a very interesting chapter. There was a lot of things in it. Too fast? No, because there was like a lot of interesting things in this one. The breakdown. Bam chicka wow. This is the long one. Oh my god. This is massive. Tell me there are pictures in it. Okay, there are pictures in it. God bless the pictures. I like pictures. The breakdown. Nonetheless, Shy Lily and almost a dozen of my friends planned original documents about me. It took them 2 days to decide to cancel me. Everything was dropped on me out of nowhere, and somehow I was expected to have a perfect response. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't particularly care about cancellations. But this document just reaffirmed me that they have done everything right. I swear to God, I don't want to be an asshole or anything. And I was just like, yeah, you know, like maybe there was some confusion and whatever. But this document is a really negative document. You know, like I thought if Sinder would come back, it would be like a humbled, I am so sorry, my bad, I didn't mean to, I was stupid, I'm a changed man, something, not like 1,000 pages documents throwing literally anyone and everyone under the bus. Like, so far, I think the most neutral has been Bao's chapter, and even Bao got like, being called whiny and like spoiled or whatever the fuck she was called, I don't know. And I was just like, oh my god. Yeah, the guilt tripping. Like, if this is your chapter to make up for whatever you did, then maybe don't say that. Even if you thought about it, just don't say that. You know? It's like a fever dream. It's actually crazy. When I first started this document, I thought my friends all lied about me. Red and Nano to protect her and hurt me. I couldn't understand why, but as things came together, I was no longer convinced that it was the case. It didn't make any sense for all my closest friends to maliciously and willingly lie to the public about me at the moment's notice. Oh, wait. Sorry. My closest friends maliciously and willingly lie to the public about me at the moment's notice, no matter what they thought I did to them. However, there's one thing I believe happened that would connect all of their lies back to one place. At the start of this document, I said I was convinced there were people who drastically influenced how things played out before and after the cancellation. Shy Lily lied to Nonetheless about her own actions towards me, telling Nonetheless she was being manipulated when she wasn't. Under the excuse of manipulation the Shy Lily gave to her, I believe Nonetheless lied to everyone about her own experience with Red, and I to avoid accountability for any of her own actions. With Shy Lily supporting her, they lied to my friends. And they lie to you. Bro, I believe my friends were manipulated by the last people they would expect to be manipulators. I believe what my other friends did and said because they were all misinformed about what had really happened, and they were convinced to see things the way they weren't. All of them were making or supporting accusations against me that happened over years, when the timeline for the things those accusations were based on what was really 5 to 8 months long ago. leading up to my cancellation on April 26. They were operating under a different set of information than me, and they used what they already knew to jump into conclusions. They may have also been manipulated not to contact me or Red for our sides of the story because it would contradict what was being told to them. In this section, we will breaking down the documents and statements from none less Bo, Shy Lily, and my other friends who were involved. I used their own words and all of the evidence in the past few sections to build a lifetime of events, address their claims and their conclusion about how and why things happened the way they did. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Who was involved before anything was public? None less. Nano was the source of all Discord screenshots that were the starting point for all of the claims that followed. She posted the first document. Shy Lily. Shy Lily was the first person Nano contacted about Red's DMs. She was involved in everything from the start. Bao. Red's messages to Nano about Bao were the heart of their claims. She was included as soon as she was able after her surgery. She posted her documents minutes after Nano. Numi's involvement is evidenced by Shy Lily's knowledge of my private DMs with her about her concert. She also gave a list of people who were involved on her stream. The other 3 girly pops. I don't believe they were a major part of anything that planned and had no malicious involvement. They were only brought in to help to corroborate things the rest of them talked about. Buff Pop and the other 3 Vici Band members. Numi said Buff and the other 3 Vici Band members were also included in their calls together. On Buff's stream from 7:22, she basically said she and a lot of other VTubers were involved before things were made public. The VOD of this stream was made private within a week or 2 of it happening. Sakramur. Bao's video editor, Sak, had his document written and posted shortly after Bao's. What Red said to Nano about Bao in January was about him too. Ooh. Dude, now! Oh my god! Oh my god! Of these 12 people, no one contacted me before it was made public, and only one of them reached out to me right afterwards. I don't have evidence of anyone else being included on the list, although there's more people I suspect have at least been aware of what has been happening beforehand, if not, also involved in the planning themselves. It was you. It was me. It was all of us. Chat, did you know about this? Were you also there? Did you also know about it? You cancelled Sinder? Oh my god! Oh my god! It was you! It was all on you. I don't believe anyone else who was mentioned in another document or document, all in the planning beforehand, including Cotta, Silvervale, and Spite. Or were they? We don't know. There's no proof of it. At Nano's document states their names were censored in it because none of them gave their consent for them to appear before it was posted. Seeing as they all made it known their names were the ones censored shortly after, they must have only been contacted very shortly before it was posted. Cotton tweeted one of Nano's screenshots with their name uncensored about 2 hours after the document was posted. And Silvervale and Spite posted own documents with Nano screenshots 14 and 8 hours after Nano respectively. Look at it. They actually went back and they took the entirety of the thing that Nano wrote and they addressed every split second down to the very minutes I am becoming schizophrenic. I am going to I don't know what I'm going to do, but something mentally insane. I'm going to order one of those jackets, you know, the crazy people get. To hold my hand. I'm not sure. I'm scared too, okay? It's a little bit clammy, but let's hold it together. Dude, I love it. Oh yeah. Bringing this up, that actually, look at that. It was her who she was evil. You see all of this? All the highlighted? This is evidence that it was all orchestrated by one singular mastermind. You see this? No regret. She has no regret. It's Joe over. I'm writing Nano. She has no regrets. She was the mastermind of all. What the fuck? What the fuck? I can't believe they actually went through all of this. No wonder. Oh my god. They just keep repeating. We all saw this. This is all... Oh my god. Oh my god. Exclusivity. Terrified cat face. Who are we blaming? Hey Lily, everything okay? Lily, please respond to me. Please. They keep bringing it on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I keep saying they just not another Google Tucky. Her message is canceling the deal with Red the day before she messaged me about it. It were never shown. They actually went through every... They are doing it by sentences. Gentlemen, is this mental illness? I think this is mental illness. This is too much. This is too fucking much. It's simply business. Oh no. Shy Lily's response to my apology. Shy Lily's reply to my apology is what cancelled me. With over 8 million views, it's full of false accusations. Really? Really? We are bouncing all of this onto Lily? Really? Just that singular comment. If Lily would have just decided to go to sleep that night, it wouldn't have happened. But it's the Shy Lily who started typing, and the masses listened. It was full of accusations made without showing of any evidence and triggering language to turn people against me, painting me in as bad of a light as possible, the same way Nano's document was written. I'm willing to bet that most people just read Shy Lily's reply and nothing else. It's much easier to only read this than read my whole apology. And who wouldn't trust the Shy Lily? Damn. I am not going to read it the sentence by sentence. Again, they actually went back, sentence. Oh my god, the end sign. I cannot unsee it now. It was her. It was all along. But why, Sinder? Why would Shy Lily do something so vile against you? Please tell me. I need to know. If it wasn't evident by her tweet, you will see from her stream that Shy Lily is not a reliable or trustworthy narrator. That's true. Actually, she is schizophrenic, and I'm one of her alter ego. I am Shy Lily, the Shy Lily, one of the Shy Lilies out of the many Shy Lilies. We are Shy Lily together. Exactly. Damn. She actually went and quoted out of the YouTube. That's crazy. You burnt your Sinder merch? Honestly, if I can't encourage you, you paid for it. You do what the fuck you want. But if I can encourage you to do something, donate it. Okay, but again, you do what you want to do. How is this bad? Shy Lily encourages the viewers to donate any of my money. She said that instead of burning it, donate it if you must. She's not saying that all of you pyropups who exist on this planet, now you must do it. Ah, that's crazy. Shall I start talking about dodging collapse? Here's what Red said. Oh my god, oh my god. Dude, they went too fucking deep into this. Managed to sit through my dentist appointment without a panic attack. I'm so happy. Is dentist a code word for like talking behind your friend's back and plotting downfall? We don't know. We don't really know. Still gonna take the day off. I had to lock in so bad. I'm so freaking beat and exhausted. I'm sorry, Shrimpies. So proud of you, girl. That's me with the doctors too. Dun dun dun. But you know what's weird? The one person that is the reason for me dodging is the one concerned as to why I'm dodging. What about the 6 other people who were just looking at me dodging? There's so much dodging in these sentences. And going, oh, okay, she's busy. It's kind of weird that the only person who has a reason to be wary was actually very... Okay, Sinder wrote this. I am noticing where there is word repetition, it's Sinder. Where you have synonyms of the same shit over and over, that's Red. Dude, does it mean that Red is a role player? Maybe he was like a furry role player or something. What about the 6 other people that I also just left hanging, saying, sorry, I was busy. They just took it and they were like, okay, we will just replace someone else, cool. You know, it's just called projection, because she fucking knew. She knew. She fucking, there is a fucking in my Google document. What the hell? What the hell? This is a quote of Lily. There's a fucking in my... Oh my god. There is a fucking in my thing. She knew. She fucking knew. The only collab Shy Lily could be talking about here was the repo. Ooh, so Lily knew. Are you saying it wasn't a coincidence that she suddenly disappeared from everywhere? You think so? It wasn't a coincidence? It wasn't subtle hints? She did dodge because she of the bikini bottoms that day? No. It's true that Shy Lily had the bikini bottoms collab that day, but that was only 2 p.m. EST. Our repo collab was at 11. Oh my god, this is such a schizophrenic. I now understand why it lasted 5 fucking months to put this together. It was so... That's crazy. That's actually fucking crazy. 5 months for this. This is actually... If you learn nothing from this, is the only thing you have to learn that they are so obsessed with like being on the top. Like what kind of... This is not a Google Dokie. This is a Google encyclopedia. This is part of the trilogy. This is something that we will talk about for years to come. This is actually crazy. Like, I have never seen a Google Dokie with timestamps down to the... This is hour, minute. It's down to the seconds. They timestamped it to the seconds. That's... I respect that. That's like high level of autism, unironically. I respect it. It's a little bit scary, and I would be scared to go out to the street because Sinder might just appear as a paralysis demon, you know, and she's going to do things to you. But Is this like a whale call song? What the fuck? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So why were my rates different unless she had a problem with me? This was not about some kind of narcissistic entitlement or feeling grazed by her for her not using my syllable full government twitch.tv name, Sinder. There is a clear difference from how she treated me from other raiders, unless you genuinely miss it or you're unable to. I believe you you should thank someone for raiding your stream. It's common courtesy. Red wasn't slandering Shy Lily to not know about this, and Shy Lily lied about it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here's the messages she sent me after the raid. I in no way expected something like this. Every time I raided Shy Lily or anyone else. Thank you for the raid, Queen. I go eat now. You be killing it, Lily. Have a good sleep. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so... Patty. Really? Oh my god, dude. You don't know every message I send on your behalf, obviously. Oh yeah. Oh, you forgot. I think this is like Lily. Boss cooperates completely independent, and I have absolutely no knowledge of everything happening ever. I just want this to be public knowledge, so if I get cancelled, I can throw him under the bus. Even when there is screenshots proving that I clearly am aware and I'm confirming, doubling down and siding with him. I just want you guys to know. Patty tucks hair behind her ear. It's just simply Patty. Why would you say that? Is it some sort of personal attack or something? What the fuck? I don't think so. Dude, she's still going on. Ah, oh, dude. What are they going to say? What is Lily and the other girls going to say to this? This is actually unhinged. This is scary. I hope nothing. There is no way that they are not going to say nothing. I wouldn't be able to handle it, but I'm a nosy motherfucker, so you know. Saying nothing, I am not that good of a person. I would say something. It would be short. It would be very compact. But I would say something. I can't believe they went through minute by minute. I'm sorry, it's impossible to go through all of it. It's literally impossible. It's just too much. It's actually impossible. That's crazy. They literally transcribed everything exactly. They have wrote down everything that Lily said from these videos, only to address it. Sentence by sentence. There are parts, 20 seconds intervals. Just to address it. Patty, again. Thank you for gracing me with your presence in my chat today. Yocklash from Twitch.tv. Patty. I hope you know. If this is what Lily said, she will say something. She will say something. Not much. But she will say something. Patty. That will be the only tweet out of Cinder's account from now on. Patty. Dot. That's it. You know what? Again, I'm not even upset at your friend because he probably sees this. And just like the people before, he's just being successfully manipulated. I want to be mad and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Chances are your friend, probably just some very naive young guy or girl, goes, I don't think that's enough. And I'm like, well, give it a few more years. Go see the real world and you will see the absolute audacity, narcissistic manipulation in all of this. If you don't see anything wrong with be proof of someone sabotaging the friends that platform them, I don't know, man. Charlotte told a viewer that their friend was naive for asking for more evidence of claims made against me. It's funny how that Shy Lily said to give it a few more years before they would see the absolute audacity, narcissistic manipulation in all of this, because it only took 5 months to make the narcissistic manipulation abundantly clear. If Shy Lily wasn't trying to get everyone in the server involved, then no one would have been dealing with this stuff. I feel like it's a little bit wild to put this all onto Shy Lily. Like, I feel like this have started so much earlier than anything related to Shy Lily. Like, this all started with like Silvervale. And now to pin everything that this was all just like an evil plot by Lily is like very, very strange.